Okay. Earlier on another video, I was talking about my attire and how I like to layer stuff up. You guys got to take into account, remember, going to the restroom, right? So if I, for instance, wear this jumper, this sweater jumper, if I wear this over my suspenders, let's say we eat some bad food, we got diarrhea, you don't want to impede getting this off. So take that into account. But when you're outside, either on operations or you're on an expedition or whatever, a lot of times your body knows, hey, it's not convenient to go to the bathroom, and your body goes into what's called field mode, right? And you don't feel the need to go to the restroom as often. And also things that you eat, if you're eating like military rations, eat a lot of cheese, things like that, not going to want to, pinch a loaf as often, and so on, right? So this is what we have to think about when we're dressed for being out in the winter time. So if you start getting an inkling that you're gonna have to go to the restroom, then you need to start working yourself that way. Then, not later, because you may not have time to disrobe enough to do your business. Okay, you may not have time. may have a problem on your hands. All right. 3 minutes of talking about going to the bathroom. Okay, so anyway, we talked about Trump a bit. Might have lost some subscribers. It is what it is, we don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't have a lot of subscribers to the channel. It's less than 1,000. I'd like to see it get to 1,000. It was at 1,000 a few years ago when I originally had this channel up and running. It got to over 1,000. But it's not like these huge channels with women running around with their butts hanging out. But anyway, we talked about Trump on here a bit and how it's a possibility that he could become the son of perdition. Okay, he starts out as a regular man. He's doing a lot of things that a lot of people like. Okay, so he's already been likable. He won the presidential election by a landslide. It actually would have been even more votes in his favor, but they did find out that there was some cheating going on. Some people were still trying to cheat again because they cheated the last time, and that's how usurper Biden got into the Oval Office, which he should have never been. But it happened. So everything happens for a reason in this types of situation. God's prophecy will be fulfilled. And God raises and lowers kingdoms at His whim. He uses leaders to achieve His will, right? So it says in the Bible, he raises kings and he knocks them down, he topples them. If he thinks that, hey, they fulfilled my purpose, boom, It is what it is, because this earth is just a temporary playing field, and then we become, it's a testing ground, really. So I've been tested quite a bit over my life, but getting back to world events and events here, okay, we have seen all of these different things happen in Europe and in England and Scotland and Ireland and Australia and New Zealand and the United States and all these different places. All this woke crap. We saw the invasion of all of these Middle Easterners and African people and whatnot, and you know, they were trying to just saturate the countries with illegals, right? The WEF, New World Order. They were trying to do that on purpose, right? Now, people have got fed up. You know, Poland is, you know, never let them in to begin with. They said, get out of here. You know, we're not allowing this crap here. You know, good on them. You know, we had idiot Biden in there, potato head. His puppet strings were being pulled by Obama. Everybody knows it. Okay, it's not a secret. Clown Obama. And so anyway, all this stuff has happened. All these things. It's part of the New World Order. And all of these things were shown that they would happen, you know, and nation against nation and all that sort of thing. And so, and we got all of these tornadoes and hurricanes and all this wild weather, you know. But see, the thing is, people say, well, but that's all man-made, you know. But the Bible, here's the thing, guys, the Bible doesn't say it's natural. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say it's natural. It just says that this stuff happens. It's going to happen, and it has been happening, right? All this wild weather. People cry about the Balfour thing with, oh, Israel wasn't not really established again in 1948. It was the Balfour blah, 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 and this and that, and Britain helped set that up, and da, da, da. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how Israel became a nation again. That's the key word, again, because Israel was there first. I already told you how the ones that call themselves Palestinians right now are fake. They're fake Palestinians. They're not true. Get down in the videos here and look at it. I did 2 videos, I think, on it about how they're fake. Even brought you some proof. That's right, I brought you proof from 1976, I think it was. The Shah of Iran was even talking about it on 60 Minutes. You know, that just backs up what I told you. Those people are not from there. The original Palestinians were wiped out. That God told, you know, Jacob, that's yours, take it. Anyway, don't need to sit here and talk about that. But what we do need to discuss is we need to discuss everything else that's going on. All of a sudden, these drones have disappeared. The orbs have disappeared. The wildfires happened in Hawaii and in California, and these hurricanes happened down in North Carolina and whatnot. And all of this stuff is here today, gone tomorrow. And then people have a short attention span. They're like playing with a cat with a red laser beam. Right? And people are like, you know, you guys have got to sit down and quit jumping from one hoop to the next, okay, like a trained animal. Don't do that. You need to step away from that. Don't be a rat in a maze. Don't be doing what they want you to do. You need to step back. You need to see what's going on. I have seen online those fires were caused by direct energy weapons. I have told you before. They used the blue laser. You young people that don't even know anything about Star Wars, the Star Wars program from the Reagan era, you know, That stuff was designed to knock out ICBM missiles, okay, from orbit, okay, from orbit. The Russians launch, they get, they're detected, and then the Star Wars laser beams zero in on the ICBMs and explode them in midair before they ever even get over here, okay? It's real technology. All you idiots that keep talking about how the moon landings were fake and that we live on a flat earth and all that stuff, pull your heads out of the hole. We live on a globe. This technology is real. These technologies exist. Weather manipulation exists. Okay? If you're too dumb, then go and segregate yourself from the rest of normal society. Okay? Just go away. Just go do something else. Don't try to interact with normal people, because we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear your nonsense. So these events with these fires, you see somebody's van, blue van with a white top. It's because of the van was colored blue and white. White is all of the colors of the rainbow. So if a blue laser beam hits it, nothing happens. It does not incinerate. It's not affected. Same thing with a blue laser beam with blue color. Same thing, because blue. White has blue in it. That's part of what makes white. Blue is in there. Okay? People painting the top of their houses blue for a reason. Why the top of the house? Because the blue laser beam comes from above. And the reason why everything around that blue thing is incinerated is because it's a very focused situation. It's laser-like precision. Get it? Laser-like precision. Okay? But the drones have not been explained. The government has totally that with you, right? And you allow it. Shh. Stop allowing this stuff. Stop allowing it. That's why you got the Second Amendment. You need to make demands. Demands. The people of the countries need to make demands. Okay? You need to stand up. There's more of us than there are of them. You need to stand up as a whole. Make demands. Questions have to be answered. Places like Area 51 need to be opened. Everything needs to be above board. We need to have them open Fort Knox. We need to there I go again. I can't remember the word. We need to do an audit. We need to do an audit of the gold in Fort Knox. We need to do all sorts of things in this country. We need to make demands, not ask. Asking, they'll just ignore you because you're just a peon to them. But the people need to demand access to Fort Knox. They need to demand access to Area 51 and things like that. Look, I don't talk to me about military security and all that baloney. We are far beyond that. The United States is a superpower. It's been a superpower. We have the ability to take over the world if we really wanted to. Okay? The United States has the ability to take on the whole world if they wanted to. This stuff in the Middle East and whatnot, and them leaving behind all of the military equipment and stuff, from the Biden administration, they were calling them the They were calling them something else there for a while, till I reminded them that only tyrants use that term about their, what was it, regime. They were calling it the Biden regime for the longest time. And I said, you know, I said, they only call tyrants a regime. We always called it an administration when it was the president, right? So they quit calling it a regime after I told them. I said, it's not a regime. It's an administration. Reagan administration, Trump administration, whatnot, right? So, anyway, we need to audit everything. Yeah. All this stuff's going on. Nobody's questioning it. Everybody's letting it fall by the wayside and moving on to the next hoop that they're jumping through. See you later.